Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your March the 11th, 2026. Well, get ready for some big changes over the next 24 hours as we're tracking a cold front moving in that's going to set off around for some potential severe weather going in for tonight. But once it goes on by, we're going to see much colder temperatures briefly. Then we're going to warm up a little bit going into the weekend, and then another shot of cold air, even much more winter-like going into next week. Now, before we get going on this full update, if you're new here to the Talking Live Broadcast Channel Facebook page, please give us a follow. And if you happen to be watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And more importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates. All right, let's go ahead and start off and take a live look there in Chattanooga as we're dealing with the cloudy skies out there for this afternoon. Still pretty mild outside for today as we're watching some storms back off toward our west. Also seeing a little more sunshine up near Lake Chattooga under partly sunny skies here for this afternoon. Again, we'll be looking at colder weather moving up this way as well as we go for the next 24 hours. Now, local radar nearby us looking pretty good. No problems just yet, but that'll be moving in as we head in toward tonight. Well, things will begin to change. And here's the satellite imagery. You're seeing the infrared there showing the higher cloud tops, and most of the stuff is back off toward our west. So that's where our thunderstorms are. You see it back over here toward western Tennessee, back over toward Arkansas. So there is a tornadic threat with some of these storms as well, as the squall line is going to have an abrupt change in winds and direction as it's coming through the area. So let's take a look at your regional radar again. You can kind of see what's going on. There's that little severe thunderstorm warning back over here across northern Mississippi and Tennessee. Here's another one back toward Louisiana. And things pretty warm. Look at it, got 82 there. There's a 79, 75. So things are warming up here across our area, and that'll add some instability to those thunderstorms as they get ready to move on through. So let's go ahead and look at the breakdown here for today. So this is our slight risk, as you can see here, covering into parts of East Tennessee, and then it kind of drops off to a marginal risk as we go off toward the east there, going toward the North Carolina and North Georgia. So it's going to be kind of a fine line there as this is kind of moving on through the area there. So again, let's go ahead and watch this. We'll look at the different categorical breakdowns here. Again, the tornado risk is there, so it's low, like 2%. Down here in the brown, that's the 5% risk. And then as you take a look at the wind threat, again, running pretty high there where that slight risk was sitting in there. That's about 15%. We're talking wind gusts up to about 60 miles per hour. And the hail threat is relatively low here. Again, running about 5% in this zone. All right, so let's look at our regional model here as we kind of will track these thunderstorms here. We're looking at the latest high-resolution model here. As you can see, the heavy thunderstorms there, right where that warning was, actually showing up pretty well here at the 2 o'clock hour. So watch what happens here as we go ahead and go through this, as this line of storms will be approaching our area here going into this evening. So coming into East Tennessee here by about 7 o'clock time frame, here's some hefty thunderstorms across portions of northern Alabama. But as we go into the evening hours, these storms are going to lose a little bit of their punch as they move on through. Again, the heavier stuff's going to be down to the south, but along that line, we will see some gusty winds as we go into the overnight hours here for tonight, and then this will move on through, and then we'll have some residual rains. Looks like the rains will continue for most of the night, and then that'll continue into the morning hours as well. So we've got a few hours to kind of watch this as this comes on through, and I'll go ahead and take you forward a little bit further. Let me go and get the other model run here up. And you can see here as we go to 8 o'clock, we're pretty much done with the rain for the morning, and things should be shaping up with some clearing skies, although it will be breezy a little bit heading in for tomorrow afternoon. So here's our forecast maps. Let's go through this as you kind of see what's going to go on here the next 7 days. Again, we're tracking two major systems kind of sliding through our area here. So as we go into your Thursday, again, that front's going to be coming on through. There is your coming about midnight, coming on into the area, and then clearing on out as we go in toward the morning. Again, a little bit breezy for tomorrow, but the wind should diminish tomorrow night. And that'll set up for a cold start on Friday. We'll have 30s around. It'll be cold and definitely on the nippy side, but we're going to warm up so quickly going back into Friday and Saturday. Things warming up very nicely. And then we'll have the rain threat coming back at us as we go in toward your Sunday. So Sunday we're looking a little damp. Here comes this front. This one means business, folks. This one's going to be coming in pretty quickly. And as it moves into Monday, it's going to be quite breezy behind the system, and it'll be much, much colder. So get ready for below freezing temperatures for a couple of days, especially going into your Tuesday morning and probably Wednesday morning before we see things warm back up toward the end of next week. So I'll look at your forecast here again for tomorrow once the storms end overnight. So thunderstorms likely overnight, 58-43. That's getting back to normal, actually a little bit below normal normal there for your daytime highs, and it'll be a bit breezy tomorrow. So thunderstorms likely tonight. We'll have those southwesterly winds at 10 to 20, and then once the front goes by, it's going to swing around to the northwest at 15 to 25. So maybe a few morning showers, but noticeably cooler. Saying goodbye to the 80s across some parts of the area today. We're talking about a 25-degree drop in temperatures here over the next 24 hours. So it's going to be a little bit of a shock for your body there. Regionally looking like this as the cool air kind of starts to push the warmer air out. We're in the 50s back in Nashville and Memphis, 62 in Jackson, 69 in Destin. Still holding on to the low 80s in Jacksonville at 82 degrees, but that cooler air is definitely sinking down to the south there. And the next 7 days, as we're going to warm things up into the weekend, we're back in the mid-70s on Saturday, folks. Here comes the rain again coming in Sunday night into Monday. Sunday night will be the big rain chance there with that front. But look at the temperature going from 76 back down to 50, so another 25-degree drop in temperatures. We're looking at lows in the upper 20s there on Tuesday, 51, and then 53, 31 going into Wednesday. So we got a couple of winter-like days coming back at us as we go toward next week. As I was trying to warning everybody, we're not through with winter just yet, as we've got a couple of sub-freezing days coming with us, coming at us coming into next week. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. Make sure you give us a follow there on Facebook and over there on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button, and very importantly, hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates. All right, that's it for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.